Hey, what's up, guys? Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content and free giveaways soon. Please enjoy the video. This is the Godfall edition of games with wasted potential. Godfall is a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 hack and slash game with looting and RPG elements mixed in. Majority of the game can be played online co-op with up to 3 players, so you and 2 friends. Let's get into a very quick review of the game. I'm gonna assume you've played this game or seen some type of gameplay on it, but there won't be any story spoilers, but there may be tiny game spoilers such as the amount of worlds or weapons in the game, but that's about it. So first, the graphics. The graphics in the game aren't always a deal breaker, but if they are just too bad, it might turn me or other players away. Luckily, Godfall's graphics are pretty good. I feel like they are up to par with the standards in gaming at this current moment. I give Godfall's graphics an 8.5/9 out of 10. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. Next, combat. Godfall's combat is pretty good, although it is a little clunky. You feel heavy with the movement at times. Well, not at times, but all the time. But it's pretty fast paced. It's somewhat engaging at first. Notice I said at first. We're going to touch on that a little later in this video. The combat could have been more in depth. The developers should have taken more time to add more combos and mechanics to make the combat more fun over longer periods of time before getting stale. There are a handful of combos with each weapon and only about 2 special moves you can do with each weapon, and you can only equip 2 weapons at a time, so there's not much variety to the combat after a while. Also, there are RPG elements included in the combat, such as extra damage or effects on equipment and different selectable armor, which I call Valor plates in this game. Let me just say, I went through the entire game without paying much attention to the RPG elements, so I feel like the RPG elements are completely useless and almost non-existent. I give the combat for Godfall a 6 out of 10. Let me know your opinion in the comments down below. Next, the story. Godfall's story is lackluster and lazy. You've seen the story in movies and games a million times. I honestly feel like the developers just wanted to get it over with and push the game out. And this is coming from a person that doesn't even care about story much in games. I don't really care about story at all in games. I just look for enjoyable gameplay. The story for Godfall is a 3 out of 10. Okay, that's my quick review for Godfall. Please feel free to comment down below and agree or disagree with me. And also, please subscribe to my channel. I have more content coming soon, free giveaways coming soon. Lastly, let's get into the improvements that should have been made and what could have saved the game. I feel like you cannot get an audience back once you lose them. That goes for games, movie franchises. They had the opportunity and they wasted it. It's a sad case because Godfall has so much potential. Sadly, it fell into the Anthem and Avengers category of games. Godfall could have lasted so much longer. It could have had so many more players and sales. It could have had so much more money. It could have been a great game. I paid retail price for this game, which was $69.99 at the time of release. Where I bought it on the first day the PlayStation 5 came out, and of course the first day this game came out. But it should have been about $29.99 or $39.99 for the amount of content that was included. The developers should have taken an extra year or two to perfect the game and add more content. This is something I'm starting to see more and more often in gaming. I'm starting to see games that seem rushed or made in a lazy manner. Sometimes it seems like developers don't even play their own games much. First, the developers should have added more to the combat, more combos or something to give the combat more variety. The developers should have made the enemies do counters or clash with us or something with the players. Some type of excitement or different variety that other games have in the combat. Even the bosses are lackluster. They just feel like regular enemies with more health and different movesets. More annoying movesets at that. It's about 3 areas in the game you can travel to. The entire game takes place in one very small HUD. I stress, one very small HUD. Like Destiny, Anthem, or Avengers, you start off in a HUD, pick your mission or area, and complete the task. It is possible to explore the 3 different areas, but that is not engaging at all. On top of the combat and enemies and world building, the area should have been bigger, better, and more in-depth. More variety of things to do in those worlds, besides fight the same boring battles, same boring monsters, and explore the same boring worlds, and collect equipment that you most likely would not care about. If the developers took an extra year or 2 and focused on all of that and building the game and smoothing the game out, I feel like the game could have been more engaging, because after 8 hours it's not engaging at all. And keeping the game engaging is the way to have longevity to a game. Keep players wanting to wake up and play that game, feeling like a kid again, and being excited about a game, but instead I'm just bored. I feel like at this point, no game should only last 2 weeks. We have too much technology for these games to be this lackluster. Also, the RPG elements should have been improved in that extra year or two. It's understandable if the developers don't want the RPG elements to take over the game, but they should be somewhat noticeable or just not include them at all, because that brings a negative effect to it. Everyone has played a game with RPG elements or a good RPG game knows how rewarding it feels to get the weapon or armor you've been grinding for, and when you finally use it, it does not let you down one bit. That is the best feeling in the gaming world. Anyone who has played The Witcher 3 and grinded for them armors for days or possibly weeks or months should understand the feeling that it brings you. Or Final Fantasy, you can see the progress your party has made and feel proud of yourself. You don't really get that feeling at all in this game. The final verdict of Godfall is that it could have been something great. The developers should have took more time to perfect the game, add more to the combat, add more to the world, add more things to do in the game, and goals to make the players want to turn the game on and play Godfall. Godfall should not be $70 at all. I hope these companies really get their stuff together because we have so much technology to make use of. We're in the PlayStation 5 era. There are so many capabilities. I look forward to this era of gaming, but not if games are going to be rushed out and pushed like this. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like the video. Let me know what your comments and opinions down below about anything I said or anything you thought about. You could agree with me, you could disagree with me, just let me know. And lastly, please subscribe for more content and free giveaways. I'm out.